I love the beach because of the nice water and the sand. It's really fun.
It's fun to swim in the water and play in the sand.
I like it, the crystal clear water. It's nice and fun to play in. It's good to know that you're swimming in clean water.
Keep no labels for yourself. A silence. A stillness. This stillness, it is simply here. In you. With you. It is the fragrance of you.
Yeah, my name is Rylan Lomka. I work at Shellharbour City Council as a technical waste officer. Shellharbour City Council are really big on environmental education, and we put a lot of effort into educating the younger generations. So we've decided to tackle a higher school education program, which is where WHALES has come from.
Tim Silverwood is an environmentalist and co-founder of Take 3 for the Sea Conservation Society. He has been invited by Shellharbour City Council to give presentations throughout local high schools to promote the introduction of student-driven waste management programs.
We're actually going to be on this planet, and I thought to myself, well, here's an issue which is so clearly, so evidently a big and growing problem. What am I going to do about it? It's one thing to get educated and raise awareness, but unless we're getting you guys thinking proactively about solutions, then what's the point of us really being here? People aren't intentionally throwing rubbish directly into the ocean. That's a very rare occurrence. Most of the stuff that gets into our sea actually starts out on land. So it's the stuff out there on our playgrounds, in our car parks, in our parks. And what happens? Well, if you have a big storm, if you have heavy rain, you have flooding, it's going to pick up all that trash, it's going to transport it down our stormwater system into creeks and rivers, and then the next stop is the ocean. So that there tells you, if we leave this stuff on the ground like we're currently doing, it's on a one-way journey to the ocean. And it's really important, if we want to solve this problem, to stop that. And that means stopping litter at school, stopping the poor management of our waste all around our community.
Chinese proverb that a journey of 10,000 miles starts with a single step, and we need to start somewhere. And we start with these kids and we instill the values that we anticipate, then they can really take their place as global citizens and take care of their environment. One of the key elements of our values education agenda, and it's plastered all around the school, is care for our environment. And this is our planet, this is the rock that we all live on, and we need to make sure that we're doing our bit so that my grandchildren, your grandchildren, these kids' grandchildren enjoy the benefits of an environment that's pollution free.
Shellharbour City Council pledged $2,500 to each school to be used in the capacity of their choosing. The first stage of this project allowed students to workshop ideas with Tim that would help to encourage their peers to make better use of sustainable waste management programs.
We have a problem that probably happens in most schools, but the litter after each break, so recess and lunchtime, is significant from before and after, and it's all over the playground. It's not in a particular area, and so we think it's a whole school issue, and it's a whole school issue we'd like to obviously change.
After working with Tim, the students from Oak Flats, Woorilla, Lake Illawarra and Albion Park High Schools developed action plans to help spread awareness within their school communities. These plans range from designing posters highlighting the importance of waste management to attaching basketball hoops to bins to make throwing rubbish in them more fun. In addition to Tim's presentation and workshop sessions, local school environmental officer Ben Anderson was responsible for educating the students in sustainable living and waste management practices. Ben was on board for the duration of the project to ensure the school's ideas came to fruition in the most environmentally conscious way.
down from the mountain. We gotta search to find the waterfall. We gotta search to find it all.
After Ben and Tim's workshops, the students began implementing their action plans with the guidance of their teachers and the greater school community.
Got up there, got out on the road, run away from the man.
Oh, everyone's loving it in the early stages. I've told heaps of people who aren't part of our the working group who are doing it. They're all excited about it, and it'll just because it's a fun way of doing it, it makes people more likely to actually try and recycle. Especially, and then we've got all the posters telling them about it, so it's not just a game, it's also informative and it's nice.
Just pretty much trying to get people to stop littering and put it in the bins and recycle properly, and we think that doing it in a more fun way will get the message across better.
Like with the basketball hoops where you can like throw your rubbish in and then it goes straight into the bin, and I guess that's a fun way to try and get the message out that we want to try and recycle
and help the environment.
After months of hard work, the schools began rolling out their waste management plans. At Warilla High, the school's new bins were unveiled to a whole school assembly and rolled out immediately the following lunchtime. The fish sculptures and basketball backboards were met with great success.
I think we need to make an effort to stop rubbish before it gets to a point where it's just too much rubbish to even fix it.
Lake Illawarra set their program launch for the beginning of 4th term. This allowed the students to ensure the bins would be used to their full potential.
Well, they've actually responded better than what I thought they would initially. I think as the project's gone on, the students have become more engaged, especially when they realised that it had some real life applications and that they were actually going to be able to implement something within the school. And you can see from the enthusiasm down there that they're actually quite proud of what they've achieved and that they'll be able to carry that forward as a bit of a legacy in the school.
At Oak Flats High, the students rolled out their new reinforced bins in conjunction with a school-wide poster campaign. In addition, they released a mini documentary that was captured throughout the duration of the program.
They've responded really well. They love the fact that they own the project that they're working on and that they get to drive it through to completion. Before we had the Take 3 for the Sea and the WHALES project, there wasn't any playground management of waste. We just had garbage bins without lids, so rubbish would go in, birds could go in, it went everywhere. So we're looking forward to now that students will be able to have a choice of whether their garbage is actual rubbish to go in the rubbish bin or if it's waste it can be recycled. And we hope to see a lot less waste around the whole playground and more waste in the right bin.
We're hoping that this message gets out, particularly with this documentary and future programs that council are trying to encourage a community who is very waste minimal and environmentally aware.
Take 3 for the sea!
Oh, how I love to live by the ocean. What a time it is for me just to see your face, and the sunlight is enough for me to see. Oh, it's time for us to recognize this life and what it is. Oh, it's time for us to take control of our lives and what they